Is morning routine worth it? So there's a lot of hype about the 5 a.m. club. Do you need to have an overhyped morning routine? Ashton Hall is sort of the fad currently. If any of you have seen him, he's the guy that sort of dunks his face in a bowl of ice water with fresh lemon squeezed into the water by an assistant, and then bottled water in a glass, blue bottle, is poured in at, fucking 3:06 a.m., and he puts his face in there for a certain amount of time, and then a journal's pulled out, and then there's journaling, and then there's like this long drawn out process of a morning routine. To what end? Like, look, the reality is productivity. So any routine, if it has a productive benefit, is a good routine. That if that needs to be done in the morning, or you find that that's better done in the morning, great. I personally have had both experiences where there's things where I've says, look, say for instance, I've got a busy schedule, got a busy day, I'm going to train first thing in the morning. Is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. Because what it means is that you're getting the thing in that's good for you. If you get your training in and you make that commitment, you've got a small win. You've got that win in the bag where you say, hey, look, I'm going to take care of business first thing, which is I'm going to get done. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to show up. I'm going to get that training done. You're already ahead of the game. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to, do 5 minutes in the sauna and 3 minutes in the ice bath, and then another 5 minutes in the sauna, and then dip your face in ice lemon water, and then go back and repeat the routine, 3 times. For me, I just think it's hype. I just think it's like the new, shiny, sort of entertaining piece. I don't think there's anything to it. So where is a morning routine beneficial? Well, a morning routine's beneficial if you are a morning person. If you're a morning person, what I mean by a morning person is you have a preference to getting up in the morning, and find that you like to get things done early. Structure is very, very good. So when you structure things in, what happens is, remember, the key word is consistency. The more consistent that you become, the more committed you become. The more committed you become, the more results that you get. It's a simple, straightforward formula. So by instituting a structure, then you are then templating into what you do on a daily basis into your routine. And that allows you to have the results, the focus, the attention, to know what you need to do, and starting right from you get up. Because one of the best things that you can do with a routine is know what you're actually doing. What is it that I want to achieve today? What would the perfect day look like? How would I start? What do I need to do afterwards? What do I need to do after that? And so on. And what happens is you can start to plan out the type of day that's going to make a difference to you. It doesn't need to be a blown out of proportion, morning routine like you see on social media. It's just a hype. It's just a fad. It's just for the sake of being, to get notoriety. Now, look, Ashton Hall's got millions of views, and I'm sure he's doing well monetizing it. But do you need all that nonsense? I don't think so. There's a time for a morning routine. Another reason is that when we do a lot of the visualization work, we have a morning visualization call. And the reason it's in the morning is when you come out of sleep state, you're in a particular brainwave pattern called alpha state. And that is the next stage that you move to before you become into beta. Beta is your normal waking, conscious, aware state. So that is how the vibrations or the frequency changes in your brain. So to explain what beta is, you're paying predominantly, your factors are to the outside world, what's going on, the lights are on, I can see the tree blowing outside in the wind, I've put the kettle on, the kettle clicks, and these types of things. You're paying attention to the outside world. When you're in alpha state, you're paying attention to the inside world as well. So the thoughts that are in your mind, what you're focusing on, what you think about. And when you're in alpha state, in the morning when we do the visualization work, alpha state is a powerful state of mind to visualize in, because you're using the power of your internal world, and particularly your creative imagination, where you can recreate the environment in your mind of the perfect outcome that you would like. And the reason that we do it in the morning is because it's easier to get you into alpha state closer to when you wake up, because you've been in alpha state in a very, very short window of time. You were in alpha state, you come out of alpha state when you wake up, and then you go back into alpha state with the visualization calls. And that is the reason that that thing is quite good for when you wake up. Now, that has a very specific, scientifically proven reason for being first thing in the morning. And it certainly doesn't have anything to do with ice balls and lemons. So hopefully that gives you some context as to what the deal is with morning routines. I think as long as you've got structure and that you know what your plan is and you know what the perfect day is, then routine structure is great. And if that means that you're getting up and you're getting the psychological edge, because that is a thing when you're up before everyone else and you're getting after it, that's also a thing. And if that works for you, great. But most of all, if you have a routine, regardless of when you wake up, that is productive, then go for that. I don't think putting your face in a bucket of ice water with lemons squeezed into it is entirely productive. But I'm willing to hear your point of view if you think that I'm wrong. So hit me up in the comments if you think that that's a thing. I'd love to hear about it.